Hello, beautiful viewers. It's that time you have been waiting for. Time to get entertained, time to get relaxed, and time to get refreshed. Because we are happy people, and this is our happy space. Welcome to Screen Time, your #1 show on ConsumerHalla TV, where you experience entertainment at its best. On this show, we bring to you our top 5 countdown, celebrity of the week, entertainment highlights, and of course interviews, as well as new movie release updates. I am Iremofe Kofrola, your screen god, and I am ever present with your #1 screen goddess, the Kemi Adetiba.
Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Screen Time on ConsumerHalla TV. And as you all know, we always have fun when it comes to Screen Time on ConsumerHalla TV. Today we are welcoming you guys, and it's always a pleasure serving you undiluted and premium entertainment. Thank you for joining us for the show today.
Oh, interesting. I mean, I'm just trying to contain my joy because,
okay, I know.
You know, I mean, it's the moment we have been waiting for, and Screen Time goes beyond entertainment, and we try to educate people as well. But today is quite different.
It is actually.
Because over the past few weeks,
like 2 weeks or so.
2 weeks now, the internet has really been buzzing. You know, it's a lot of debate here and there, and because I mean, it can only be Kemi Adetiba.
It can only be Kemi Adetiba.
You know, that makes.
No, it can only be Kemi Adetiba because it is the remover talking about Kemi Adetiba.
Obviously, if you know me quite well, you know that I mean, I'm the biggest fan of Kemi Adetiba when it comes to making quality movies, series, and you know. I journey quite resonates with mine, but she actually burst her bubbles when she came with this series, To Kill a Monkey.
It is actually the best.
I mean, if you have not seen To Kill a Monkey, you are wrong.
You are wrong on all shades of wrong. You actually need to see To Kill a Monkey. I'm not a series fan, but Iremofe convinced me to watch To Kill a Monkey. I love watching Nollywood. I'm not a fan of outside the country movie. It's not
I know
really
you
my
for
thing.
that. Hollywood and all that.
I love Nollywood, but I'm not a series type of person. Once the movie is more than 1, 2. I don't even 2. I'm not a fan of it. But To Kill a Monkey is just a very interesting story. I've known about To Kill a Monkey for like 3 years now. We've been hearing about Kemi Adetiba is bringing a movie to the to our screen, To Kill a Monkey. You were the one that told me, and I think you were
definitely.
I was like 2023.
Yeah, 2023. I remember we were talking about it, and I was like, I was so excited because it's Kemi. Anything Kemi, I'm just there. You understand? But interestingly, when we watched this series, there was one of the performances that stood so distinct. It was so, and I was like, when we were talking about Ife, Mini, and Obos, I was like, one person was the betrayer.
God!
When it comes to betraying someone, I mean, he embodied that character and he killed it. I mean, guys, today is very different because this man is someone that, away from the screen, is someone that I've always admired. When it comes to his charm, when it comes to his charisma, when it comes to everything. I mean, he's a very sweet man. When it comes to, I mean, not just his talents, but when you see him, you know that yes, you've really seen the definition of a man.
Yeah.
All right, Kike, do you want to really spill it out today?
I don't know. I think they already know the person you're talking about, because if you're talking about the biggest betrayer in To Kill a Monkey, it has to be this person. For me, the character is not this particular person. Let's put that disclaimer out there, because people cannot differentiate reality from movies, and I think that's the biggest issue we have with Nigerian audience. And it's quite, I don't know, once they see you do this thing, they already stereotype you for that particular
and I think it's because when you embody your character convincingly, so sometimes they just address you by your name. And from today, I'm going to say it on camera, I'm going to be addressing this man because I watched him in Ashabi's Child.
I love that.
I saw a difference, and when I saw To Kill a Monkey, oh my Jesus, he's not that person that
Michael.
Inspector.
You're calling him
Inspector
Onome.
The one and only Michael Ejoor
on
the studio today. I mean, the mighty Michael Ejoor.
I don't know, but I would like you to formally introduce yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Michael Ejoor. You know me And I guess most popularly from To Kill a Monkey, where I play Inspector Onome.
Yeah.
But like they said, I've been in numerous movies like Ashabi's Child. Ashabi's Child is very dear to my heart because that story was really emotional story to tell.
Yeah, it was.
A very, very emotional story to tell. I remember Bolaji saying to me, Michael, I know you don't necessarily want to do this, but for me, you will do it. And I did it because I am against every form of rape in any way, shape, or form. Any form of abuse, just, think they do my bodies. So, yes, and I'm very excited to be here today.
Thank you so much for honoring our invitation, and we really appreciate you for coming to the show today. And let's talk about To Kill a Monkey a little bit. It's a story that is buzzing right now, and I don't think the fire is quenching anytime soon because of how deeply it's actually connected to the people. When we talk about stories, relativity is something that people should put in the forefront of it, and I think that's one thing that some Nigerian movies kind of lack. I would say that, kind of like, but Kemi Adetiba is somebody that is not actually foreign to us. We all know that she's a very spectacular human being. She's just, for me, she's an enigma. She actually knows her onion, and she's actually doing it very well. To the Monkey is something that I know a lot of people audition for. Were you, called upon, or you just felt like, okay, you just heard that this person is making this movie, and you felt like, okay, let me, put in for an audition, and I see what I'm going to land this through, because your role, people don't understand, it is very, very significant, especially with the kind of force, the kind of security forces we have in the country.
So, with regards to getting my role, I'm not going to lie and tell you that I didn't try and see if I could get a closed audition, because I did do. Because open auditions are, oh gosh, as much as I'm grateful, in my first 2 years of acting, I probably attended 50, 60 open auditions.
Wow.
And as a matter of fact, people used to call me number one, because obviously, you don't know people's names, when you're starting out. So they just used to say, oh, who's number one on the list? Is number one Abi? So because I was notoriously known to be number one, I would show up at an audition. Typically, I would get to a 9 a.m. audition at 4 a.m. That was always that was me, because I want to be the very first person you see. If you have to see 200 people, you'll probably start getting tired. I've been on audition panels before. Me, I'm already tired by the time I've seen 20 people.
Yeah.
So, talk less of if you are number 100 and something. If you act fire. If I'm tired, I'm tired. My brain is not working. So I always wanted to be the very first person that they would see. And I thought that I could do the same thing. So I woke up at 2 a.m. I didn't even sleep. I don't know, whenever I tell this story, I don't know why I say I woke up. Because I was awake. I was anxious. So I'll throw back. I tried to get a closed audition, and I called Colette. And I said, Colette, I know you're Kemi's friend, can I get a closed audition? And she said, oh, Michael, closed auditions have gone. And at this point in time, I'd not gone for an open audition in 3 years or something like that. I've been getting steady work, and I said, you know what, I don't care if I've not gone for an open audition. This is Kemi Adetiba. Any steez that I think I have, throw away the thing, let's go. So at 2 a.m. I started getting ready. I went over, my audition over and over again, picked out what I wanted to wear, went to the audition. I got there at 3 a.m. By the time I got there at 3 a.m., they were already, I was number 9, so there were 8 people.
3 a.m.
Wow. Interesting.
So prepare me to ask number 1, what
time did you get
what
there?
time you got there? I don't know. And that for me, it was very, very inspiring because it just showed how hungry people were.
Yeah.
Nigerian actors are one of my favorite sets of actors. I love Nigerian actors because they are hungry for opportunity and they're willing to put in the work. They are super talented.
Very,
we
actually.
have very talented performers in this country. So, long story short, Shasha, I auditioned, got called for a callback.
Oh, God.
The callback was even more stressful than the first audition. I read 20-something times or something like that. I went in quite a few times. I remember Kemi making a joke that she's going to make me the official reader of this audition. At one point in time, they were done seeing me. I think they got tired of seeing my face.
Wow.
But then she wanted to audition someone else, and she was like, who would read alongside? I said, yeah, Michael, come, let's go. You've been in there many times. So, and I guess that because they'd seen me so many times, it was easier to have me audition with somebody because, okay, we don't see you. So we can focus. We don't have to focus on 2 people.
Yeah.
We know what you can. So and I'm glad I was able to do that. And when they called me and I got the role, I was very excited because I did put in the work, if I'm being honest.
Thank you.
I put in the work, and I was very, very happy that I got that call from Remy to be a part of the project. And it's been such a huge blessing.
Yeah.
We shot this in 2023, and just being announced as part of the people on the project, my life began to change from there.
Very beautiful.
You know, and in this past 2 weeks that the project has come out, my life has changed even way more. It's so good to see people appreciate our work and get the accolades that we have.
Thank you so much. That was really beautifully said.
Interesting. I mean, I was just trying to follow up the story, and I'm like, wow, I really saw the determination in that, and how you were able to really, set your mind to do it. And I mean, I'm so happy that you are a part of this project, and I mean, it's getting so much accolades for how well it has been received. And so I just want to know, like, what was really on your mind? I mean, when you know that you're going to play this particular character, Inspector Onome, I mean, I know you were happy, fine, but I mean, trying to embody that character, and what did you do so convincingly? What did you do so differently that made you embody that character so much? Because I mean, I saw the on-screen chemistry between you and the legendary Bimba Kintola. I mean, that was so. I mean, at some point, I thought probably you were really falling in love with her at some point, because I mean,
oh my God, it threw me off.
Yeah, I mean, I was like,
the twist was just coming in. I'm like, okay, what's really going on here?
Yeah.
I thought there was something there, and then we saw that, okay, this person is not who this person is.
Exactly.
It was just chaos. It was
I
chaos
mean,
on another level.
So I mean, and I guess that was the first time you were acting with her. And of course, I saw in one of your interviews where you said, I mean, you watched her in 93 days.
Yeah.
And so you working with her in that particular project, how was it for you, and how were you able to really embody your character?
Okay. All right, so I'll answer your question in two parts. It's a two-part question. So, firstly, it was easy for me to get into this because my actual first name is Onome.
Oh.
Michael is my second name. Even though that I'm more professionally known as Michael Ejoor, but my first name is Onome. So I felt there was already that connection there because, like I said, I worked really hard for it, and Onome means my own, and I felt that this role was mine. You know, so I owned it right from the moment that I got that script. When I got that script and I saw, I was like, oh, you're playing someone who shares the same name as you, and the significance. I believe in the power of a name. I really do. Which is why I don't like it when people don't use to spell Michael well. Because
the E or something. Yeah.
we can enter the same church.
Yeah.
Because Michael L means God. So if you then spell it Mike Al, you've lost the meaning of the name.
Yeah.
And Michael means like God. You know, and you know, I strive to, you know, be like God. Do you know what I mean? So I want you to call it well so that you can speak it into my life for me. But like I said, it was easy to get into him because I really felt that connection. And when I read the script, I remember Kemi sending me a message on Instagram, and she said, oh, hi, because I checked on her, and then she said, oh, I was thinking about, weirdly, we were thinking about you this morning, and we were editing it to give your characters a bigger bite. I said, hey, what's in one bite? I said, okay, no problem now, give him a bigger bite. So they would send the script in tranches. So they sent, I think, the first 3 episodes, then the next 3, then the last 2. So they read it just like all of you. I think I'm going to fall in love too. So I got to the first 3. I was like, okay, I'm not in the first 2 episodes. I see the first episode. I said, this guy's being so nice to her. Her family members died. I said, okay, they're trying to help her with love.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I was wondering who's going to play Inspector Mo. I had no idea. I only knew Stella Damasos was on the project, and she was playing Nosa. That was the only person I knew that was on the project. So I was like, who's going to play this thing? I'm quite excited to see who my love interest would be. We went ahead, and then I saw more of the chemistry between them and all of that. And then we got to episode 8, and I said, hey?
Like, where is that coming from?
From where to
So
where?
Exactly.
How is it happening? And what I really liked was I liked how I felt when I read it. And I said to myself, I want people to feel that.
We
And we
actually
felt it.
We felt it.
Yeah.
I said I wanted you to be surprised, like I was surprised, because I was really surprised.
If there was a time, or like there was a way I could go into that screen and actually carry a gun to shoot Inspector Onome, I would have, because it became, you know, when a character, just like you said, when an actor embodies the character so well, and you begin to hate that person, you now forget about the movie entirely. But what I don't like is that people take that hatred on for like a long time. But
I understand. I've been in the game for a little while.
so it's somehow.
See, my manager is behind the camera, and he can tell you something that happened. We went to lunch in somewhere in Landmark, Abi. Yeah. And the waiter was kind of giving
Attitude?
small attitude.
Wow.
What?
And that wasn't recently. This was a film I acted called The Photographer.
With Ego almost to
And
Morrison.
yes.
Yeah.
And the person was giving an attitude, and I just thought, okay, this person is just not happy to be at work today. I was just more excited at the prospects of the things that me and my manager were discussing. Only for I remember, and he comes.
Wow.
It was he, right? Or was he? I can't remember. It was he, right? Yeah. And then he comes and then he's like, I didn't like you in The Photographer. I was like, okay, so you're finding it hard to dissociate.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the
No
thing.
spit inside my food, Sha.
For me, I think in The Photographer, I hated the character more than I hated Onome. Onome was a bit pleasant.
Yeah.
But you know when somebody is embodying like an abusive partner, it was really frustrating for Ego. That character was kind of meek. She couldn't speak of herself until Morrison, the knight in shining hammer, came, and then there was a confrontation a little bit. So I understand, but people need to learn how to actually dissociate.
It would be nice if
reality.
they can dissociate.
Because I don't know.
But if you can't, it's still okay. My own is shot outside though. As I be fighting.
I know nobody's going to do that.
No,
I mean,
actually, you can't do that. Actually.
Okay, moving away from To Kill a Monkey a bit, and I know we are still coming to that.
To Kill a Monkey, it has to be.
Yeah, because people are like, is there going to be a sequel one way or the other? Are we expecting a season 2, something like that? But looking at it, I mean, how did your journey begin for you? At what point did you know that you were going to be an actor? I mean, because everybody at that point, did you grow up watching some actors and be like, hey, I want to be like these people? Or it's just a natural thing for you?
So I really wish I had this story, you know, how I've been acting even before I could talk. You know, I like when I hear all those things. I've been, you know, especially singers. Say I was singing before
Your mother's home.
I can suck my mommy breast or all of this. I can all that story. But I don't have that story.
Oh.
I really don't. I was an Efiko through and through. I mean,
Wow.
I was I went to university in the UK. I came out with a first class degree. I went to go and do a postgraduate diploma. I thought I was going to be like the next oil company magnate or something like that. I was a corporate guy. And then I had a relationship fall apart. I lost my job. My mom had chronic kidney disease, all in the same year, and my world was shaking. And my friend at the time, gospel artist Tim Godfrey, he saw that I was falling into depression, and he was doing a musical at the time called Ewuro, and it was showing in National Stadium, and they had people like Waje in it, Gloria Young, Lepashos Bosse. There was quite a few people inside, you know, and he'd done the first edition of it before. And this was the second one that he was doing, and he just wanted to just get me out of my funk. So he said, why don't you come and understudy for this character? I don't think he even knew I could act. You just wanted to just do something nice, you know.
For you.
Tim, thank you again. You know, just to, you know, because he saw that I was in a bad place. You know, and he's like, come out of your house now, come. So just understudy this character. And I said to him, I know they act now. Yes, I know that you know I can sing. And he's like, we just need somebody who can really sing, because this character has 3 songs to sing. I said, so the acting part, you won't make us spoil this thing for you. He said, no, you're smart, you figure it out. So I came, you know, and I just used to come, and I liked being around music, and, you know, it lifted my mood now and again. Then the person that was supposed to play the character now stopped coming for rehearsal.
Wow.
So I now I was not the understudy anymore. I was now the person that had to play it.
Oh.
And then that person became the understudy. Wow. So I did, it was 7 shows. I did 6 shows, and the guy did 1. But something happened in the middle of it. The week before we were supposed to start, the director said, the lead character, the lead character was Waje, but her husband was not at the rehearsal. And the director said, I need to block this scene. I need to rehearse this particular scene. And I was sitting there and they said, Michael, please just carry a script and read it. I said, sir, I know the lines. I've watched it so many times. And then I jumped on. And Waje and I acted it. And Waje is such a good actor, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, I know we know her as a good singer, but she is a good actor. You know, and when we finished, people started clapping. And I had to join them to be clapping. You know, because I said, it's Waje you are clapping for.
Wow.
Waje now said to me, she said, it's not me they are clapping for, Michael. She said, what did you just do just now? I said, I don't understand. She said, this is how they used to steal somebody's role.
Wow.
The director came up to me and said, I thought you said you were not an actor. I said, I'm not an actor now. I'm so confused. What happened? And the Passion boss came up to me and so people kept on and I was like, I don't understand what happened here exactly. You know, and nobody gave me an answer. And I just moved on with my life. Only for the final show, the lead character was stuck in traffic. And the director came to me and said, get into costume. You're going to play it. And your understudy would play your own character. That's why I didn't do the last show. But luckily, the lead character came in the scene before because I almost wet my pants. Because I obviously wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that I was an actor. So it was, I literally just stumbled into this. And when this was over, I went for an audition. Tinsel, I booked that. I went for my next audition, I booked that. I went for the one after that, I booked it. I said, something they you know, so, and I'm very, very happy that I stumbled into this because I can't imagine life doing anything else.
Wow.
That's very
what a beautiful story. And I mean, for somebody out there, I'm quite sure they've been able to pick one or two things that sometimes, you know, the life's journey, you can't really predict how things might work out at the end of the day. But I mean, I'm so happy that it has been an interesting journey for you. And you know, being an actor now, people are getting to see your face in different, you know, movies, in different stories. And I know the future still holds a lot for you. But how lucrative has it been in Nigeria here to be an actor? Because you know, we see the lifestyle.
We brought
Yes, we asked an actor too.
Yeah.
And you know, we see the lifestyle. And sometimes people say, no, we are not getting this money from film.
Exactly.
From
but the
filmmaking.
lifestyle
You understand? You see, sometimes youth out there, younger ones too, they just want to be like,
I want to
Michael,
be,
I want to be like this person and all that. So how lucrative is it being an actor in Nigeria?
To be honest, like I'm not an ostentatious person at all. I don't care for a lot of the things that people care for, to be honest. So I'm very easy to please, you know. Very, 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 very easy to please. I think that acting is lucrative if you are getting work. If you get to a certain level of your career, especially, I believe you can live off of acting and live really, really
comfortable.
Wow. I'm doing it. I don't have a side hustle, and I'm okay.
Interesting.
I'm very fine. So.
Let's go back to T-Camp now. I think we've kind of
yes, you know, we just did that.
Is
by the way.
So I know you said you actually love the character Onome because it resonated with you, and starting with the fact that it has your name in it, which is Onome. If you had been like, what role, what other character would you really love? Like to play? What other character do you think?
Onome.
If not Onome, like we don't necessarily say you have to pick, but if not Onome, there are a lot of interesting characters in Tika.
Yeah.
Which one do you think you would have really, really enjoyed playing also?
Yeah. I'm asked this question in every interview that I do, and my answer would forever be the same: Aussie boy. Always. And yeah, I think everybody would expect me to say Femini. And that's who I read for, anyways. You know, because you know, and everyone will expect that. You know, I'm a very strange actor. I'm usually...
Yeah, you are, actually. I agree.
I'm always attracted to the character that people don't either see coming or a character that you can do something with. You know, there are scripts, sometimes I've gotten scripts and I've been offered the lead character, and then I look at this character, doesn't have as many scenes, and I say, no, I want to play this person. Because with this person, I can change my voice. I can change my appearance. I can do something. I don't like to always play the same person. So I have, in smaller projects, played an Efemini before. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You know,
I watch a lot of your
movie.
A lot of your
stuff, and I have played
the Heart of Heart, you know.
Yeah.
We are all players on
Yeah.
Ego. I watch your movies actually. I think
Thank you.
I am a very big fan
Thank
of you,
We
Michael.
are.
I don't know, but I watch a lot of your movies. And if you say a lot of your movies here, you talk about your movies here, definitely will have watched it before, because I think I'm more of a YouTube person rather than Netflix. I'm not a fan of other shows like that. People always say, why are you bringing this movie to YouTube? Is it that we don't deserve good movies on YouTube?
You deserve it too. I love my YouTube.
Yeah, I love
I
YouTube.
say that everywhere because I also saw my YouTube fan base come out for me in copious amounts in TCAM. You know, I would see a lot of them, you know, they came out fighting, you know, some people who didn't know me, you know, would say, they would be like, you know, they didn't say anything bad, which I was grateful for. They were just like, oh, hey, Inspector Onome, oh, he killed his role, and they're like, are you sleeping on him?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of my YouTubers are you sleeping on him? You watched him in this, we watched him in that. You don't know about da-da-da-da-da. And I really just loved how my YouTube people came, and I forever ride for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and stay on To Kill a Monkey, because I followed through the journey, and now one thing that is even more interesting is away from the fact that on the pre-production and all of those things, the post-production now that we are aware of the series and they are seeing, I realize that there's this kind of bond that has been created among the actors, you understand? Everybody, you see Bushi and William Dempsey all together and all that. How were you guys able to, because sometimes when people just finish a project, everybody goes and that is just it. But what was it like? Was it Kemi that brought about that, you know, kind of unity among you guys, or how did it work out for you guys?
Definitely, Kemi had a huge part to play. She's a fantastic leader. But there's always a project that does something in terms of bringing people together. It happens once in like a decade or half a decade. The last time something like this happened was when I did Unbroken. And till date, my closest friends are from there.
Wow.
The person who played Evie, Teniola Ladishe.
Yeah, I loved it.
Elman Baduwe. Osari Hiaronsaye. F.I. Wara.
Another.
Like we literally have a group chat. We are a family.
Wow.
Like
beautiful.
Anything. If you want to know my deepest, darkest secrets, it is one of these people that I've mentioned that have it. These are my people. And something just happens in a project and just does that. And weirdly, it happened on TCAM because as you were just talking, I was just thinking, even people that I had one scene with a feminine, and I've spoken to him twice today. Already, I'm seeing him this evening.
Wow.
I had no scenes with Ozzy Boy. Ozzy Boy is coming to my house later this evening. Bimbo and Kintola.
Obviously, I mean,
5, flipping 6.
Yeah.
You know, so it's I can't tell you what it is, but there's something that happened on the set of TCAM that's just created a family.
Even seeing the behind the scene being posted now, because we've seen a lot of it on Sunshine Rosman stories, or even on our page on Instagram, we can see the chemistry. And there is a particular actress too that I'm seeing people are really sleeping on her, Omeche.
Oof,
yeah, people
that's
actually,
my girl.
Yeah, people are actually sleeping on her also.
Omeche
I think she very
actor.
beautiful, and I love her playful side in movies. You know. If
you see any nonsense content, now Omeche make me do. I'm telling you, say you like her. Because Omeche post one thing now Omeche make me do her move.
No, I love Omeche so much. I think I've told you, I love Omeche so much. People don't really understand that this lady is very fantastic, and I was very happy that she was able to, you know, show in that particular type of even though she did a little thing, but her presence was still felt. So I think these are the reasons why I would always say that projects are kind of thing that build ties. Yeah. And we can see it all through with people. You know, people are always speculating, and these people saying each other, and these people doing it. It's just a lot of chaos going on online. And I'm very happy that even though sometimes you make a movie, the next 3 days, everywhere is just cleared up, another story will cover it. But TCAM is striving back to back. You can see it's trending for more than 2 weeks, which is a very, very great thing. It's like history is being made. And for 2 weeks, a movie is stopping everywhere.
You know, you don't have to dance before people watch it, you know, TCAM. You know, I mean, it's just like more like words of mouth.
Yeah, that's what's actually pushing the movie.
Yes, I know how many people have told, and most people don't watch Nigerian films. They're like, so when they came back, they're like, I didn't know this
you
was
promised. Let me say something about this guy. He promised somebody a gift if they watch TCAM.
Exactly. Yeah. Because
And then-
I was doing the Lord's work. Seriously.
I don't know.
Seriously.
He
I
promised
mean,
somebody
your shop
a
will
gift.
not bomb.
amen.
He promised somebody a gift, and it was when the film was coming out. I forgot that it was supposed to be dropped that day, and he was like, "Kike, Tukile Monkey is coming out today." I'm like, "Today?" He was like, "Yes," and I didn't want to watch the movie because I think the first I don't like horror movies.
Yeah, the first. I mean,
first scene.
God, you are like my mother. My mother literally messaged me and she was like,
I don't like
it's horror film. Why didn't you tell me? I said just get
And I
past
love
the
the
first
fact that-
scene. It's not horror.
I don't like
the
this
trailer
one.
was not giving out. Another thing, I
Yes.
mean, kudos to Kemi Adetiba for
Oh my
this.
God.
You know, when I saw the trailer, I was expecting a different kind of story. So
Yes.
when I started seeing it, and like you said, when you were getting all of the scripting beats, and you know, at the end of the day, Inspector Onome was going to betray
Yes.
Inspector Mo and all of that. So she did a very fantastic
Concealing
job
the
on
twist.
that. Now, still we are going on with this. I want to ask, congratulations on your I mean, being part of Director Guild of Nigeria now. So now I'm looking forward to you directing a lot of projects and all that.
Can't
So
wait,
now you can
actually.
sing, you're an actor, and I mean, directing is also on the way. So which of these do you prefer the most? Acting, singing, directing? And before you go on the show, you are going to sing for us. I mean, yeah, you are going to sing
Please,
for us.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, so which do you prefer, and do you look forward to like producing your own film in the future?
So, hands down, I would always be an actor first before anything else. I always tell people that weirdly, I think I'm a better singer than I am an actor. But it goes to speak to passion. What you're, it's not
What
about
you-
what you like. It's not about what you are
Good at.
best at.
Yeah, it's about what you like.
what your heart calls out.
Yeah.
You know, and my heart calls out to acting before music. So if I had to pick an order, I would say acting, singing, directing. But
Interesting.
it's not far.
Far
You know, I
from each
believe
other.
that, you know, as a creative, there's your ability to create. No matter whether you're creating music or creating a performance or creating a holistic film, once you are creating, you're at your best. You know, so it's not far between.
I
So we
agree
should
with
be
you.
looking forward to a future.
Yes, and
film.
with what you said, I have produced films. I actually was a co-executive producer of The Art of Heart.
Oh, the other
wow.
that with
And
Sophia Lakija.
Yeah,
Jemima
wow, that is so
Sunday.
interesting.
I was a co-producer for Captured as well. That has Stella Damasos,
Yeah,
Kadri,
yeah, captured. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I think that was like
Fantastic
5
actor.
months ago.
Yeah,
Captured is
in January.
yeah.
Wow.
Like 5 months.
Wow,
Ago. You
interesting.
see, I know all your movies actually. I don't know how,
I mean-
but I do know, and it's very hard for me to say. Oh, I think I particularly like this person. You came not like quite long, seeing your face. So when people will say, "Oh, Michael," some people will say, "I'm just seeing him TCAM," which I would tell people that I don't think you know this particular person you're talking about. This person is a seasoned actor. He knows what he's
Yes,
doing.
and it was even in this lady called Life. I think you played Jemima's husband. So sometimes when people say this, I'm like, excuse me.
I don't have,
You
yeah,
don't-
like,
like-
it's quite funny when people say, "Oh, I'm just seeing for the first time in TCAM." I'm like,
No,
you don't know what you're saying.
So now looking at it, you know, as an actor, you are busy and all of those things. You know, you have a very tight schedule. And once again, thank you for coming because you know,
Exactly.
I mean,
Thank you for
within just
inviting me.
few days, I mean, you answer to our call. So how do you kind of relax? You know, away from the
Chill.
stress, and so what do you do to just like relax and
Yeah.
No.
Like I said, I'm a very simple person. I love my space so much. My home is my sanctuary.
Wow.
You know, not many people know where I live. And not because I'm trying to hide anything, but you know, there's something about my home for me that is just my personal space, and I just love it so much. When I come back after a long day, like it's very rare for me to agree to even let somebody accommodate me somewhere. It's the house, I think somebody put calabash under my bed. I don't know, because my body calls to. Fun fact, I had a hotel room in a very beautiful hotel in Tikam for 2 months. I didn't sleep there one night. I always went back to my house. So I would stay there in between long scenes
Yeah,
or
work out.
whatever. But to close my eye I would go to my house and lie down on my own bed. I just love my house. So I unwind by being at home, music, television, you know, that sort of thing. Very, just chill.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah, such a simple man.
Very, very simple. And even though he had tough scenes, you could kind of see the softness, you know, from it. Just like when my favorite character of yours is the one you played in Achabi's Child. It was a very significant role because I think we rewatched it yesterday.
Yeah, you still watched yesterday.
I love watching movies like 3 times. Movies are very good. I will go back to watch. People will say, "Oh, what are you watching?" I do that. So I watched it again. The character it has a little bit of twist, just like he had with Onome. People would think because of how close you and your niece was in the movie, that maybe something was going on. And I really love that movie because it spoke volume about trauma. Trauma doesn't end with, oh, just forget about it. It doesn't work that way. It moves forward. And when Bolaji Ogunmola broke down, when you hugged that you were trying to control her, now what's really going on? And she still kept on asking her daughter, are you sure your uncle did not touch you? And I really love when people embody characters. You acted like you've been in that situation before. You really felt and you went through the emotions with her. And that's why I will always tell people that you don't just watch out for the person you love most in movie. I love Bimbo Akitola. That's why I like you in Mofe. Bimbo Akitola is his favorite actress. But there were some things she did in Tika. It annoyed me. I'm like, bro, if you were, they would have shot you in between your eyes. Like, can you just sit down in your house?
But you know the scene I love so much in Tika.
Yeah.
You know, that Jollof scene where both of you were having that discussion, I just took the food and I was like, this man, what's up now? And I was just like, wait, what's really happening here?
Like, it was quite funny. I didn't see. For me, I'm someone that produced movie. I didn't see your twist coming.
Exactly. That's still. I mean, so I would want to ask now that you went to court. I mean, at the end of the day now.
But you like you
didn't let her get the money.
Did you get the money?
Yeah, did you get the money? How are you spending it now?
Usually there's a backstory that, you know, and that's one thing I love about Kemi as well.
Yeah.
So she gives a backstory because I asked her before we shot that scene. I think that scene was one of the last scenes I shot, actually. The private jet scene was the very last scene I shot. I remember that. But this scene, she said to me, imagine that they had offered you an immunity deal and they said if you testify against Efemini Edewo, that they will let you go free. That's why, if you see when they were integrating me, there was even tears in my eyes and I was saying everything
like,
because I wanted my freedom.
Like this, like
I said, I'm telling everything. I want my freedom.
People had issues with that scene.
You know.
People were angry.
So, yes, a lot of people were like, and
They wanted you
I
to
feel
go
like when
to go
people
to
keep
jail.
saying betrayer, they're not even talking about me betraying Inspector Mo. They're
Yeah.
not about me betraying Efemini.
Yeah,
Because apparently
somehow.
they say I really shared everything.
Exactly. That is it. I was like, both of you were in this together. Now, hey God, I saw that scene. I was like, this man just wanted to just. Like,
You know, people did not get the relativity of that scene because I think I've explained to more than 10 people that it happens abroad also. If they want you to testify against somebody, even though you are wrong, they will let you go. That is your own bargain. That's the bargain. And that's the big. That's the big. Thank you very much. That's the big thing. They only want your testimony so they can put that person behind. But my one problem was that I felt a little bit of pain for Efe because I just felt like they made him, you know, the scapegoat. They carried his head like this and drag inside the mud. I'm like, why exactly is this man, you know, getting all the blame? And every other person that was in like a part of this issue went scot-free. And I love Tenny. I love her so much. Tenny is she should be like maybe like my top 5 actresses. And I hated her character in the movie also.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
Exactly. I really, really love what they actually portrayed there. They portrayed to us that when somebody is in love, you don't intervene. Yeah. You don't talk about that person. You don't talk about that person's love interest. No matter who you are, they're going to forever hate you. And that was our own dispute with her father. Yes. She just felt like father was like the stumbling stone between her and her lover. Whereas her lover doesn't even care about her. That's the thing.
Interesting. Interesting. So
it
just so I would want to ask before you sing for us. We've not forgotten
Okay.
anyway. So, what roles would you want to play in future? Moving forward from now. I know people would want to see you. I mean, because I wouldn't want them to stereotype you.
Yeah, people stereotype a lot.
You are a very fantastic actor, in all honesty. So I really want to see. I want to watch movie. I'm like, I'm forgetting that this is you playing a character, and I want to like, I don't even like this man. This like that waiter that was like, but I know in real life I'll be able to separate it. Like she said, Bibi Akitola is my favorite actress, but I watched the film one time and I didn't like her. I was like, this woman, the way she even came.
Yeah, with a crop top.
Exactly. So I just want to ask, what roles would you want to play in future, and what projects should you be expecting from?
Yeah. So if you had asked me this question like a few months ago, I would have said, my classic answer is I like to play the villain because coming into this industry, I got a lot of he looks like a nice guy. He is a nice guy. Michael Ejoor is too sweet. You can't give him anything other than
sweet guy.
I propose time. I was always that guy. And then I did the photographer.
Yeah.
And people started giving me the villain. And I think I did the photographer well.
You killed it.
So thank you so much. So right now, I think I've shown people I'm able to do the nice guy, I'm able to do the villain. Now I want to be stretched in terms of my emotional depth. I would love to play like someone who has lost every single thing. Imagine Inspector Onome in episode 1 as a man, like someone who's lost everything.
She went through a lot.
I would like to play that and watch his journey. Wherever the story wants to take that man, I want to go through a journey like that. I know. I also want to play a deaf character.
A deaf character. That's quite interesting.
I think that's something because I know how to. So I sign. So I can. So I know how to sign. So I would love to, bring some sort of representation to, the deaf community. So I would like to play a deaf character, and I want to do more comedy actually.
Interesting.
You is it funny? I don't know if I've seen your funny side in
Have you watched also on ConsumerHalla TV? It's called Heart Over Time. Kanaga Jr. is inside.
Oh, I think I've seen it before.
I play a character that people started calling him Uncle Imo.
I've seen that movie.
Go and watch it. People said that was a comic character.
Oh really? I would go back to it.
Interesting.
I mean, I've seen
we are going to see that very soon and all that. So I can say this is symbol of your tattoo. That is symbol of music.
Yeah, he has tattoo, and I've never seen
tattoo
on him before. I've never seen this on him.
What inspired that? Let me just ask.
I've always loved tattoos. I've loved tattoos. I love them a lot. The only reason why this is all you see, I have 1, 2, 3, and then this.
Yeah,
this is with my siblings. The only reason why you can only see this and why it is here is so that it is easy to cover up with makeup. So when I play a pastor or any of those things, but the day people leave me inside my eyelid, tattoo inside.
I'm actually very happy that it's not some people that will say, "Oh, I did this because it has a story behind." Like,
story.
Just be free. I love that answer. Actually,
now come and sing for us.
Hey,
sing for us.
Okay, maybe when we are done with, he would sing for me. He doesn't really need to sing for you. Actually,
oh my goodness.
He's gonna sing for me, but after. But before we go, let's quickly round up because I'm very sure he has other things that he needs to attend to. Yeah. How do you perceive the future of the Nollywood space? Because over the years we've seen a lot of involvement compared to the times that we have the wrong subtitles, cinematography is horrible. We've really grown. There are beautiful stories out there right now, and I'm living for the faith-based movie right now. I love it so much, and I think Michael Onome is killing it in that aspect. So very beautiful. So when it comes to this kind of movies now, we've seen a lot of involvement. Like I said, the subtitles are quite good now. The cinematography, even the VFX, everything is quite amazing. But we still need more. Obviously, we are just like you said. Through your journey, you've been somebody that's you've been hungry for this success, and it is paving ways for you. And I'm very happy and proud of that for you. So, but for people that would want to see more from the movie industry when it comes to Nollywood space. We are not saying we should go to Hollywood, but we'll get there one day.
Yeah,
How
no,
do you
our
perceive?
stories will just
How
go
do
out.
you perceive the future of Nollywood?
And just to add, just a simple one, and do you think there will ever be collaboration? Because I think the industry needs more collaboration too. So do you think we are getting all those collaborations that we need enough to tell all our stories too? Just to add to that.
Hands down, the future is bright.
Yeah.
It is so bright. And I love that you asked this question the way you did. You know, like I said, you know, a lot of people ask questions about the industry and things like that, but you asked in a way that you had highlighted growth.
Yeah.
And it shows that if you believe that it has grown from here to here,
It will definitely
it can
keep on
grow
growing.
from here to here.
Yes.
And that is literally the story of Nollywood. I'm so proud of Nollywood. And the thing is, even then with the bad subtitles,
He was still sweet.
No, we are. I
car,
mean,
they will show you the car reverse and all of that.
And the jet.
loved it.
The plane, oh my
loved
god.
it. I loved the stories. I was obsessed with all the performances.
Yeah.
African stories are beautiful.
All of them, Victor Dominic,
Yeah.
Desmond Elliott,
Omotola,
Kenny,
everybody.
they were phenomenal for that phase of Nollywood.
Yes.
Do you understand? They are still very relevant
Very
now.
relevant.
And I love where it's going. And I feel like we need to celebrate things in stages of where they are.
Exactly.
You know,
I think I like that.
I'm glad that you're celebrating Nollywood for where it is now. And then in the future, in a couple of years, you will celebrate it for the way it is.
Definitely.
You know, there's so much room for growth, and I hope that the public, I hope that you guys, I'm looking into the camera, am I looking at the right camera? Am I looking at the camera?
Yeah.
Good. I hope that you guys would trust Nollywood to tell these stories, because we are the ones that are telling the whole world about life. We're done with Hollywood
Thank you very
giving
much.
us the representation
Thank you very
that
much.
they feel. When they say, the only time they mention, say, oh, yeah, we got this email from a Nigerian prince, a scammer.
Yes. No, we don't want
We
that.
want to tell our stories to the world. So trust us, guys. Trust us.
And I always say something. A movie is the mirror of the society.
Exactly.
Nobody can tell our story better than we do.
Sure.
And if we are actually looking for, you know, it's gonna be the days that we actually like to emanate the Westerners. I'm happy that we're actually telling our stories are beautiful. From like some Kuti, Izzy and Nicolakpo, a lot. Even King of Boys, Gang of Lagos. These are stories that relate to us personally. And I always tell people that you that says I don't watch Nigerian movies.
Let them go and see TCAM. That just
Not even
don't
only,
go and watch
no,
TCAM.
not even only TCAM. TCAM is a very beautiful representation of what we are facing in the
Exactly.
country. This is a real life issue. These are issues that, you know, deals with people. People actually take young ones to a place just like far from this particular movie, Baby Farm.
Yes.
These are
different
real stories. These are real stories, and these are our own stories. It's not Baobali. It's not, I don't know, Fast and Furious. We are not doing that. It doesn't resonate with us. Let's just be truth. It's just truthful. It's not, doesn't resonate with us. But TCAM resonate with me personally, because these are things that
I think everybody has something to just speak from.
CNN will not tell you the truth of how Africa is. They will always portray to you we are scammers, and that's what we are to them. And then we are just what they want people to perceive us as. And they have been selling this story for a while now. I think it's that time that we change our own narrative ourselves.
Interesting. So, thank you so much for shedding more light on that and all that. So, parting words for your fans. I mean, what should they be expecting from you? Because I know you've got a whole lot. I mean, in 5 years to come, and I know that, I mean, you'll be cutting away all the awards. I'm quite sure of that. So, just, yeah, sure. We look forward to that. I mean, definitely. So, what do you have for your fans out there?
Thank you to every single person who has believed in me. Thank you to those who have been riding with me prior to Kill a Monkey. Thank you for those of you who are coming on board now from To Kill a Monkey.
Welcome.
I don't take it for granted at all. I come from a very strong business background. I believe in investment and a return on investment.
Yeah.
I promise you that the time you have invested in me, I'll return it to you.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that's so
I won't
sweet.
let
Very
you
sweet
down
man.
in any way, shape,
Oh, this person is not a villain. No. This person is very sweet.
all right. So, Kike, you're saying thing.
Nothing so much. I'm very happy that I get to share this space with you. I don't know if they told me last week that, I was going to see Michael Ejoor in the studio today, I would have said, is that true? Like, I would still be in doubt. And I was very happy when I got the call that, oh, you were going to come. Because we've had some people on the show, but not really physical some of the time because of the busy schedule, and we don't take that for granted. We really appreciate and we recognize that being in the Nollywood space can be quite tasky, but we're actually very happy. So thank you so much.
And shout out to Mr. Olutayo too. I mean, a very fantastic man.
Exactly.
I mean, he did a very good job. I mean, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that.
Nonsense, no, they manage.
We can see that actually. We can actually see that. Thank you so much. I think we will actually have to go on a short break, and when we get back, we'll continue to proceed into Celebrity of the Week, another segment that we'll do on screen time.
So thank you once again for gracing our screen.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHalla TV.
ConsumerHalla TV.
ConsumerHalla TV.
At ConsumerHalla TV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHalla TV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHalla TV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHalla TV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHalla TV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHalla TV. At ConsumerHalla TV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHalla TV, you deserve to be heard.
Welcome back from that short break, and as you all know, before we went on the break, that was Michael Ejoor here in the studio this beautiful day, and we had amazing fun, obviously, because he's such a sweet soul and very humble. And shout out to his manager. He made this really effortless, and it was really beautiful, and I couldn't fathom how beautiful this experience has been today.
Oh man, I mean, everyone was watching would know that was really a beautiful moment on the show today. Having him talk about, you know, his journey and talking about the trendy series To Kill a Monkey now. I mean, that was a very interesting one. And once again, thank you so much, Michael and Olutayo. Thank you.
Okay. I think we've taken a lot of time because of
it was worth it anyway. I didn't want it to end.
Yeah, we didn't want it to end, and it was so beautiful that we kept on talking, kept on asking him questions, and I didn't doubt when he said he came out with first class from the United Kingdom. He's an intelligent person,
obviously,
and the way he answered his question was so articulate, simple, and straight to the point, and he still gives very good details to that. And we spoke about TCAM, To Kill a Monkey, which is very the story out there right now, the series that everybody's talking about. But let's quickly wrap up that edition and move to today. We'll be doing something different for our top 5 countdown, because Michael graced our screen. We'll be talking solely about the production that he has been on. Trust me, TCAM is not the first production that Michael has been on. Michael has been in the game, and I personally have watched this particular person grow, and his growth, his journey has been so beautiful. And he said something that quite catches my attention. He mentioned that it's not how how well, it's not how far,
yeah,
it is
it's
how
how
well.
well.
And the more you keep on hustling for something, things are going to come your way. He didn't plan to be an actor. It just came, and then doors are
Seriously,
opening.
I'm not planning to be a billionaire, but I mean, hi, who knows?
Okay,
Come on.
like God's grace. So let's quickly move on to the series that the stories and the production that Michael has been on, and the first one is
before you mention, these are stories that are very beautiful.
very beautiful.
So we are
story.
looking
You
at
need to watch them.
top 5 movies that he has appeared on that
Yeah.
have very fantastic stories. Yeah.
Yeah, we have The Babysitter on Amakasi Film Limited, LTD for short, on YouTube.
Yeah.
And this story has dropped quite a while ago. And the story is a very beautiful story. The story about this story is centered about self-love also, because the particular lady that he was having an Angel Enigwe is in the story.
And that's coming on number 5.
Coming on number 5
yeah.
is The Babysitter on Amakasi Film Ltd on YouTube. It's a very beautiful one. Sweet, just simple, normal story, but you know, it depends on how the characters embody their acting. That's how well these stories are told. So, The Babysitter on Amakasi Film Ltd. If you've not seen it, please go and check it out. I'm very sure you will have your day filled.
Interesting one, and I mean, he's always an amazing actor, and he killed his role too in Babysitter. So coming on number 4 now is no other movie than We Are All Players. I mean, this is a very interesting one, and Kike, I know you are a big fan of Michael, no doubt.
We Are All Players on Egonwosu TV.
Yeah, he got a very fantastic actress.
That story, oh my God, that story, Michael was actually very nasty. The character that Michael played, because now people cannot separate reality from movie. Yeah, the character that he played was very nasty, and he's not, don't get it twisted, this person can play different kind of roles, but this character was a character, you know how men, I will not say how men, because you know how people can be with ego. It was egoistic. He thought he could get one of his female, I think it was a little bit superior to Ego in the movie, but Ego made him know that I am a woman and I know my stuff, and she showed him shaggy. But he went so far to like try to destroy her career, but then God conquered that character. So you really, really need to see We Are All Players. Actually, I think it's on Egonwosu TV, and yeah, it's on Egonwosu TV. And John Ekane, my fine guy,
a very sweet actor also.
Yeah, he was. I think he had Ego are one of the main characters, because Michael had to look for the help of John
to
try to sway Ego a little bit, but the story is beautiful. Please go watch it out. We Are All Players on Egonwosu TV.
Coming on number 3 spot now, Kike, tell us.
The Art of Heart. It's a very recent movie, maybe like 2 weeks or a week ago. Yeah, The Art of Heart features Michael Ejoor, Charles Bond. Yeah, I think Charles Bond was in the movie,
Yeah,
and there's one other person, the little girl.
Yeah, Jemima is also in the film.
Jemima Osinde. I was like, what is Jemima doing in the street, on the streets of YouTube? We rarely see you.
Come on.
And then Sophia Lakija.
Yeah,
Sophia Lakija is very beautiful. She's a phenomenal actress. We all know that. That one is still news. If you don't know, Sophia is one of the most seasoned actresses we have on our screen now. And Michael was a little bit, he has a tinge of villain in him also, but it ended up being a very sweet love story, and it centered around heart, drawing and painting. I guess that's where the heart came in. So The Heart of Heart. So it's a very beautiful name. So go watch it. Actually,
on Stella Damasos
on Stella Damasos TV. So very beautiful one out right there.
And moving away from number
one of my favorite.
Moving away from number 3 spot is coming on number 2 spot. Can you make a guess? Okay, let me tell you. It is no other movie than The Photographer.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael, what are you doing to us?
I don't know. I don't know actually. The Photographer is one of the stories that I really, really love, because it's a story that shows how the mind of a human being can be controlled and manipulated.
Exactly.
The character that is Ego kind of that she portrayed, I would say the character was a little bit meek. I was quite annoyed, you know, and I get that when you are in some financial difficulties and you get someone that's like your almighty savior, you tend to get stuck in that particular situation, and I think that was what happened in that situation. Michael Ejoor's character played the almighty, the Lord and Savior. He lord over this particular lady until Maurice Sam, which is the photographer, came along, and yeah, the story kind of changed, and it was a beautiful story. I love the face-off between him and Maurice Sam. You know, Maurice Sam is beautiful.
Yeah. I remember that particular scene. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That was a very beautiful one.
Yeah. And the photographer is on Uchenna Obunabo TV. Uchenna Obunabo makes a lot of beautiful stories right there. And coming at number one,
Sports.
one of our favorites, and I understand why Michael actually loved this particular story so much. This story is very emotional. It is a story that every character there knew what they were doing. And Bolaji Ogunmola, it's on Bolaji Ogunmola TV, by the way. Bolaji Ogunmola is a very beautiful writer, a good producer, and I can't wait for her to get the accolades that she deserves. She's getting the accolades, don't get me wrong, but she needs to get more, just accolades, like Michael and other people that are doing fantastically in the movie industry these days. Ashabi's Child, that's the name of the movie.
Ashabi Tonshadola. But this one was not speaking
dollar. She was speaking trauma. No, this movie, I don't know. The place that she broke down, I was talking to Michael about, that she broke down, and she kept on asking her daughter, "Are you sure your uncle is not, you know?"
I felt that it was real.
It is a very beautiful story that we cannot continue. We cannot stop talking about. These are things that happen in our society. This kind of abuse goes on, you know, even in the family. Like they say, Yoruba people will say, most of the time, it is people that are within you that are actually hurting you. And the mother was so ignorant. That's the mother of Bolaji in the character, Shabi's mom. She was kind of really ignorant to set aside her daughter's pain and face her brother alone. You've forgotten the fact that it is who you are closer with that would actually you will feed on your weakness and say, oh, she would never suspect me to do something like this. And indeed, he got away with it for quite a long time. Also, that particular woman that acted as Ashabi's mom, she's known for how she can cry in movies. She made me really emotional when she was apologizing to her child. And I'm very grateful that she understood the fact that she actually offended her child. Nigerian parents don't want to apologize to you. But not they will just give you they'll just tell you a little bit of
not in this kind of situation.
Some Nigerian parents have that.
I'm even moving away from the fact that Nigerian parents, because this is something that is very traumatic.
Very traumatic.
You know, you can't really voice out the emotion you've bottled up for a very long time, and I mean, it's a very sensitive story, and we need more of this kind of stories to be told. So well done to Bolaji Ogunmola once again, and Michael did a very fantastic job.
As an uncle, he was so sweet.
I can watch that over and over again, and it was one of the movies that I actually recommended for people to watch, because every girl child, every parent needs to see that movie.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let's wrap up the top 5 countdown. Now let's move to our celebrity of the week. Have you seen this man? Ooh, it's
ever charming, ever sweet, ever talented actor.
Exactly.
Kike's
one of my
favorite actors.
Yeah, one of my favorite actors.
That Michael Ejoor.
Michael Ejoor is our celebrity of the week, and he deserves it because his role is not only significant. It's also the way he tells his story, the way he embodies his characters.
That's the most important thing.
That's how it resonates with us. So Michael Ejoor is our celebrity of the week.
Interesting one.
Very beautiful.
I mean, I wish that moment could just go on.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Now we have to quickly wrap up for everything in the studio because we're taking a lot of time. And now let's move to top 5, the
new movie release updates.
I didn't want to leave the top 5 countdown because it's my Canadian movie. But yeah, so now to new movie release updates.
You just quickly run through that.
Yeah, coming at number 5 for me is No Entry. It was on Nollywood Family TV. Those are the great, you can imagine. Chineye Inebe. I love Chineye. Chioma Nwos. And she was the gate woman. Can you imagine? Very hilarious woman. It's on Nolly Family TV on YouTube. Oh, please go and watch it. No Entry. One of the movies I would recommend for this week if you want to have a good laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also another one is Black and White on Sandra Okunzuwa TV.
Sandra is doing amazing quite well.
Yeah, she and Maurice Sam.
Maurice Sam. I remember seeing Maurice Sam in Blood Sisters.
Yeah.
I mean, Maurice Sam is just, is just
very funny. Very good guy actually. He's making his way to the top. And also, It Takes Two, starring Dara Osadebe. Do you know Dara? That's little Dara girl. You don't know Dara Osadebe?
Dara, no,
you
I
know
don't.
her. You can't, don't tell me you don't know my baby girl.
Oh.
Peter Komba, that guy, is a twin actually. I just found out that this guy is a twin. So both of them, it dropped on Uchenna Obonabo TV. Another movie I recommend if you want to have a good laugh, Obianuju on Maurice Sam TV.
Maurice Sam is just giving us.
Oye Alex. Oh my God.
Have you seen Native Body?
It was something like Native Body. I think it was like a continuation of Native Body. So it was now Obianuju.
Wow.
Her name was Obianuju in Native Body. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
The movie is funny, actually. Then, one of the movies I recommend for this week also, that I really want everybody to watch, this movie is a very big eye-opener. One of my best movies this week is called When the Music Fades.
Yes.
On Uchenna Obonabo TV, stars Daniel Otim, Blessing, Obasi Inze, and Inem King. This story is quite beautiful. It's also a story about abuse and trauma for Daniel Etim. It just tells us how trauma can really hit somebody so deep that you don't really understand. You know, when you are eating your girlfriend, but you know that what you are doing is wrong, but you can't control it, then you go back and punish yourself and hit yourself too
for doing
that to your girlfriend. But I love the ending of the movie actually. If you want to see what happened at the end, go watch it out on Uchenna Obonabo TV, When the Music Fades. It's a very beautiful one.
You know,
I think that's all we have for this week.
Definitely, yeah, because I was going to say, if you Hala Okike,
continue. Oh my God.
Go on and on, because you just have to see all these movies.
Yeah.
And in case you think that there were some movies that you were meant to be, and you didn't mention. And from our top 5 countdown, Michael Ejoor's movie, and you feel like, there were some movies you watched, and you feel
a lot of
like,
other ones that we didn't talk about too.
We can also leave that in the comment section.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I mean, you know that anything that has a beginning surely has an end. And it's about time to draw the curtain on the show today. I mean, it was a very beautiful moment with Michael, and I'm quite sure he will still be on the show again and again. So this is all we can take on to this episode of Screen Time, and I had a very beautiful moment, and I'm quite sure the same with
I did.
And in case you've not subscribed to our channel, please do that. It costs you nothing.
Nothing.
Is anybody that is telling to bring money to subscribe?
This is
It's scammer. Run, no. So ensure you subscribe, like, comment, and share our videos. My name remains the one and only Iremofe Koforola, the man clothed in wealth and strength.
Okay, I think he's the only one clothed in wealth and strength, but I am also clothed in wealth and strength. Thank you so much for joining us for today's edition of Screen Time on ConsumerHalla TV, and don't forget, this is the best of the best entertainment show that you can actually be on. Always join us every Mondays for this particular for this beautiful program. Thank you for staying connected to ConsumerHalla TV. Until we come your way next time, same station. I'm Tikelemo Ajibola. Bye for now.
Bye.